Hi, my name is Carolina Moreno, and today I'm in my feelings about growing up in a border town. Where did I grow up? I grew up in a very small town called Mexicali, Baja California, which is right on the border with Calexico, California, which is another very small town in the U.S. So Mexicali is, again, very small, suburban. There's not a lot to do. It's very hot in the summer, and then it's very cold in the winter because it's a desert. And it's known for, funny enough, its Chinese food. There was a huge immigrant community of Chinese people coming to Mexicali, and our food, our local food is the best, is Chinese. So I would 100% recommend you visit Mexicali and go try some Chinese food. The ways both cultures intersect on this small border town, because they're both geographically so small and so close to each other, there is a lot of intersection. We do speak Spanglish all the time. You can cross the border into Calexico and pay with pesos sometimes. So it's sort of its own little culture in a way. It's very different from any other part of Mexico or any other part of the US because I rarely feel like I'm Mexican enough in Mexico, like in the interior of the country, and I never feel American in the interior of the country in the US. So it's a very weird dynamic that exists in this like little bubble of the earth. In Mexicali, because it's mostly, like we speak mostly Spanish, but then we mix in a lot of like English words. So we'll be like, with my friends growing up, I would be like, ay, me encantó este lugar, está trending. So we will like choose an English word to describe it. And I think our brain now like automatically, if we can't fill in the sentence with Spanish, we'll look for like an English word. Or we'll say like, I don't know, ¿cuánto está la fila to cross the border? Like 30. So we'll sometimes respond in English. So we do mix in both languages, mostly Spanish though. I go back there quite often because my family is still there and I love going there. It's very different. I don't know how I sort of grew up there because it was such a different type of lifestyle than being in a big city now. But I love going back there because it sort of calms me down, centers me. But it's quite different now. I've been in the US for almost 10 years, 11 years. So when I go back, I never feel like I'm Mexican enough. And when I'm here, I never feel like I'm American enough. So it's sort of like this, where do I fit in? When I go back to Mexicali, it's a city that has been growing in the past few years now. We never had like a center of the town, and now we finally do. So when I go back, I take advantage of that. I also see much more multicultural communities there. People from the U.S. moving to Mexicali, which I love seeing more cultures in my town. If I had to like sort of paint the picture of Mexicali, it really does feel very colonial in some ways, but then when you approach the border, it's very modern. So you get a little bit of both worlds. And again, there's people from the US and from Mexico that live there and work there. And I love seeing that it is growing into a very beautiful city. So I love going back to Mexicali. So because I live in the US, I rarely have an opportunity to go back to Mexico. And when I'm back, I love being there. And that's why filming Acapulco was such a special moment for me, because I got to go back to my country, film there for a couple of months, enjoy the food, the culture, the people. And I loved filming in Puerto Vallarta. They have a beautiful ocean, beautiful restaurants. So it was sort of going back to my roots and being closer to home, and it felt so good. So catch me as Lorena in Acapulco on Apple TV+, and my Instagram handle is carolina.moreno.
It's okay. Our audience is Spanglish.
Okay. My name is Carolina Moreno, and today I was in my feelings about growing up in a border town.